everybody. So me and my family are on our way to where? Pikes Peak. We're on our way to Pikes Peak.
Yeah.
So Pikes Peak, I don't know if you guys know what that is, but if you look it up and you Google it, Pikes Peak is the American mountain in Colorado. It is 16 miles up. If you look at my vlog for My Life in a Week Part 8 or 9, you'll see where me and one of my old friends actually went up there to the top of the mountain. So I'm going to do some more footage up there today, and it should be a lot of fun. So yeah, I've got everybody with me. Grandpa's in the back, Brittany's over here, Mackenzie's over there, Grandma's right over there, Andy's right over here. So yeah, Andy's right there, Grandma's right there. Hi, everybody's here. So yeah. Hey everybody, so I'm sitting up here right now on top of Pikes Peak in Colorado Springs, which is exactly 15,115 feet high, and we are sitting on the summit right now. Me and my family are, but I am away from my family, so that way I can tell you just a little bit about this. If you have never been up here before and everything, it is quite interesting, and let me tell you why. It's because there is two different ways that you can get up here on top of this mountain at, I am sorry for that, 15,000 feet, 115 feet. If you come up here, there's two different ways. You can come up here by train, or you can drive up here. And I have taken the train once whenever I was really young, and it's actually really fun. It's really cool to take the train and stuff like that, but you do have to pay to take the train. However, driving up here is a little bit of a different story, and the reason why I say that is because whenever you're driving up here, it is two-lane traffic. You have oncoming traffic and yourself going past. And with that being said, you are literally driving on, like, here's the road, here's the edge. It's just a straight drop edge. You know, it's not that hard to make a mistake and fall right off. But today we drove up. So you can obviously imagine that there is some nerves and tension, especially in the car whenever you're driving up here on top of the mountain. The last time I was up here, we were on Devil's Playground, which is 16 miles up, which is 12,000 feet high. And I was up here with an old friend of mine. And that was actually quite interesting. Whenever we were up here though, there was a lot of snow whenever we were up here, and it was quite windy. If you remember in the past video that I had posted before, there was a lot of wind, there was snow, and it was very hard to keep my camera in one spot. My camera literally wanted to fall over on the tripod, and I have a very heavy tripod, and the wind was so strong it wanted to literally blow my tripod completely off the mountain. So it was really hard to take and get that footage, but I did anyways. However, today it is not so bad. It is actually really nice up here, and I'm wearing a really hefty coat, but the temperature, as far as I know, is in the 50s right now, and there's really no wind. So honestly, with the sunshine that we have, as you can tell, it's very bright up here. there is barely any wind, which is really shocking, and most of the mountains and stuff that we were passing on the road had really no snow on them at all, which I was really shocked about, because the last time I was up here there was a lot of snow. If you remember in my last video, which was my life in a week part 9, there was a lot of snow blowing back and forth on the road. There was snow on the side end of the mountains as you were passing them. Trees were covered in snow. It was windy. It wasn't very comfortable weather, and not to mention I was also in capris and I was wearing a tank top and I did not have a coat at all, and I obviously learnt my lesson that time around, and this time I brought a coat and I said I am not freezing my butt off while I'm up here. So yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed the footage up here. There will for sure definitely be some footage on the way down. There is a crap ton of people up here, and I am lucky enough right now to be kind of like off alone by myself right now. You know, like, I really haven't had any problems while I've been up here in Colorado. Colorado has absolutely been fantastic and amazing. My family is having so much fun, especially my grandparents that I came with all the way up from Oklahoma. But we will be heading back here pretty soon and going back to our scheduled showtime on my YouTube channel, which will be every single Monday at 12 p.m. Oklahoma time. So check your time zones on that. But I will get some more video footage around here, up here at Pikes Peak. It is extremely beautiful up here. It is, however, a little hard to breathe because the altitude is so high, the air is quite thin. Luckily I'm not having that much of a problem. I tried smoking a cigarette a while ago and I was like, I am not having this right now, because it was just way too intense, because you are so high up in altitude, and it is just very intense up here. The oxygen level is very thin, and I know I'm sounding like a news reporter right now, but by any means I'm not trying to be a news reporter, but yeah, it is really beautiful up here, and I will probably switch lenses from my angled lens to my 18 to 55 millimeter lens to take and get some zoom in shots of some stuff. Right over here behind me, right there, is actually a lake, which oddly enough, that was the lake that we had to pass to actually get up here, so that tells you exactly how high we are. It is exactly Devil's Playground, which is at 12,000 feet, is about 16 miles high. So at Summit, which is 14,000 feet, it doesn't really have the mileage on here, so you can imagine how high a couple of more feet is from, you know, from 12,000 feet to 14,000 feet, which is only basically 2 more. So we're probably about a good 17 to 18 miles up right now, and there's just a little bit of wind that is coming in right now, and when the wind blows it gets really chilly. And the wind is blowing and it's not stopping anytime soon. But anyways, since the wind is blowing, I'm gonna go ahead and stop videotaping, and I'm gonna show you guys some footage and everything around Pikes Peak and some of the mountains and stuff. So I will see you guys later. Bye. Brittany's doing her makeup in the front seat. everybody, I wanted to tell you, whenever I was telling you about the edge of traveling up here, that's what I meant by edge. Hey everybody, so we're gonna try this round 2. So we had a really good time on top of the mountain, and I think we all had fun. Did you have fun? Did you have fun?
Yes.
Mackenzie, did you have fun?
Yes.
Yeah, had fun. Grandpa, did you have fun?
Yes.
Okay. Grandma, did you have fun? Angie?
Yeah.
Just, yeah. I have to ask everybody.
Just couldn't breathe.
My ears are finally popping. Oh. Yeah, Grandma couldn't breathe on top of the mountain because of the altitude. So, set eye up. Look out the window. You'll see what I'm talking about. Yeah. What?
No.
Pick it on my cousin. Anyways.